Mark Hill, who has the Segment podcast and channel on the YouTubes. And I just thought what she was doing was fantastic. So I had to have her on, and I'm so grateful that she wanted to come on. So let's put her on and shut me up. Okay. Was that okay, man? I mean, I told you I'm a mess today.
You're not. That was great. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. So we were just talking about where you're from. Let everybody know.
I live in Southern California. I live in Ventura County. I'm originally from Australia, though. You can probably tell about the accent a little bit.
It's the O.
Oh, the no.
The no. I won't even try my Australian accent. I can do one, but.
Yeah. No, go for it. Try it. I bet you can.
No, I can't. I'm not going to do it. This is your show. What I was going to say, how long did you live in Australia?
Since I was 9, my parents immigrated from Brazil. So I was raised in Australia. I lived there till I was about 26, and then I moved to the US. So it's been about 15 years that I've lived here.
So you're Brazilian.
I was born in Brazil. Yeah. My parents immigrated to Australia when I was a kid. And then now I live here. Yeah.
But the Australia thing, my wife has been, and again, I warn everybody, my train derails all the time when we talk. So it's going to be everywhere. Okay. Let's just show this first. This is the guy responsible for this.
What's up, Mark?
What's going on, brother? We got Run Bike Mike in the house.
Yeah.
He's such a good kid. So back to your Australia. My wife spent a month backpacking when she graduated college, and she's dying to get me there. There are more things in Australia that want to kill you. No, see, no, I'm an arachnophobe too.
Okay, so that you may have an issue with. However, I lived there for the majority of my life, and I've seen a snake once.
What?
And I was in the middle of the bush, so I was in its environment. Here, there are rattlesnakes in my front porch, dude.
No,
like,
yeah. No. See, she spent almost 3 months there, and I'm like, I heard you have to shake your shoes before you put them on. There might be a spider, or you got to lift up the toilet seat.
I mean, that depends where you are, though. If you're in the city, I don't think that's an issue. Okay, or in the suburbs, I don't think that's an issue.
I'm such a huge fear, and it's weird. I don't know what it is. It's just,
you know what though? But here, one of my biggest fears. Yeah, one of my biggest fears I had to overcome with mountain biking is the snakes everywhere in Southern California. Seriously, I didn't mountain bike for years because I was afraid I'm going to run into a rattlesnake. Now I just go over them.
You just hop over them.
So, Mark will be able to tell you about it.
Yeah, and the snakes, we've got iguanas down here, and they like to wait for the bike.
Dude, you got crocodiles down there. That's even more gnarly.
Alligators, and
alligators. I'm sorry.
But I've never seen. I mean, unless you go out into the swamp and do an airboat ride. But the iguanas wait for you, and then they sit back and go, "Oh, look, a bike's coming. Maybe I should cross this path right when the bike gets here."
How often has that happened to you?
Oh, many times. And my wife, actually hit like a huge. We were riding. We were just doing some street riding back through these paths and stuff, and she hit it, and it flipped up over her head, landed on the ground, and you could see like his jaw was jacked up.
Oh.
So I'm like, he's alive, he's running, but he's going to talk funny for the rest of his life.
Or not eat right or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Adam Mock. What's going on, brother?
He's awesome. I love Adam. He's great.
Again, we were also talking about the live chat and the chat and keeping. Got to warn you. There's when you start doing it, you do. I'm focused on you. You are number one, Misty. But this looking over there to check it happens a lot. What do you got? Yeah. You say you got whiskey. What kind of whiskey you got?
It's a local. It's from up here in San Luis Obispo. It's called oh my God, why am I blanking on the name of this whiskey? I'm gonna have to look. Oh God, now I'm embarrassed. Now I'm embarrassed.
Do they sponsor you?
No.
Okay, then don't worry about it. That's
Rod and Hammers. Rod and Hammers.
Okay, Rod and Hammers.
It's really good.
Rod and Hammers. I'm sorry, I've had a weird day.
That's all right.
Anywho, so you moved, how long have you been in the California area?
I've only really lived in California probably since 2006. So
Okay.
like 14 years.
Time.
Yeah, I just became a citizen 2 months ago.
Oh, welcome to America.
Thank you.
And so when you get there, you were like, well, there's some mountains. Should I get a bike? How did it all begin for you? Yeah, how did it all begin for you?
I actually was a rock climber for a long time, and then I fell about 15 feet onto my back 10 years ago while I was bouldering. I almost broke my back. So then my wife was like, no, we need to stick to a different sport. Let's try mountain biking.
Oh, that's safer.
Yeah, right. 6 years ago. Well, we were doing a lot of trail riding. It wasn't until about 2-3 years ago that I really fell in love with like downhill and free riding. When I went to Sedona, and I just discovered a completely different like world in Sedona. Wow. Have you been to Sedona?
No, and Mark has been convincing me, and I've talked to my wife, and she's a big supporter of this channel. Awesome. And she thinks it would be great for the channel, and just she wants to meet Mark.
That's the real reason. That's the real reason
she wants to meet. But she thinks it would, and I've seen the videos and stuff. Have you been to the festival?
I haven't been to the festival, but my wife and I, her parents have a house there, so we go a few times a year. Although just what Adam said, Sedona MTB Fest does it. Sedona in general don't allow e-bikes because it's a federal land law. But unless you have a disability, I mean, that's something they can't deny you. And I have nothing against e-bikes. As a matter of fact, Mark was trying to convince me to buy one, so we'll see how that goes. But Sedona is beautiful. It's nothing like you've ever ridden before. Like a black trail in Sedona is like a double black anywhere else.
Wow.
The exposure is a lot depending on the trails you're doing, but there's something for everyone. There really is.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. So you should just go. Let's just plan a trip. I'm going to crash it. You guys are going to be there. I'm going to crash it.
Let's do it. I really want to go to the festival, not just for meeting Mark face to face. She's stupid with him. But I think it would be great for the channel, one. And I think just getting away and I don't get a lot of trail riding anywhere else but South Florida.
Yeah.
And I would like to do more.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, do you like technical riding?
That's all it is down here.
Okay.
There's no mountains. It's all it's like wood features and skinnies and a lot of coral rock. And so, that's all I kind of know.
Yeah. Sedona is very rocky, bouldery, technical.
Yeah, I think that would be fun for me.
Yeah. I think you would love it.
I'm old. It's going to hurt. I just turned 51 a couple weeks ago.
That's not old. I'm turning 40 on Friday. 41.
You're just like a little bit. I could be your dad. Stop it. MTB. Hi. Everybody's joining. This is great. Look at all these people. They love you.
You guys are amazing. And they love you. I just love being a part of this. I really appreciate just being a part of all this shenanigans.
Isn't it? And I'll probably wanted to get into this later, but isn't this, we haven't even talked about what you started, what you've done, but isn't this a really great community?
Yes.
Like not just in your neighborhood or where you're riding, but this creative, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, TikTok I'm not on, but all of it, isn't it fascinating how supportive everyone is? Yeah.
And how, like you said, creative, but also creative in a good way. Like if you need help with something, so many people have found a creative way to help, like I think that the mountain biking community is amazing. When you find your people, you should stick to your people.
It floors me. Like I started this on a whim because I wanted to meet people like you and Mark and Adam and all these guys, like everyone on there, and then some. And I realized like everyone is so like, and it's genuine.
Yeah.
Like I posted that little, hey folks, Johnny, you here thing today. And other people shared it.
That's awesome.
In support of. And I'm floored by it. Have you felt that way since you started this journey into the social realm?
Yeah. I mean, I really felt a lot with the women that I've reached out to. Regardless, they've always said, we can support you, whatever you need, you just tell me. The biggest thing that happened recently was last week, we were trying to do a support for women-owned mountain bike businesses. And so I tried putting together as much as I could find online. Here are all the women-owned businesses. I had over 135 people share it in like 24 hours, which for me was amazing. Like I don't have a lot of followers on there. But just, I hope that exposure helped those businesses grow or helped other women find that there's a ton of clothing apparel out there that they can get, So that's really the goal. So it was awesome. I loved it.
We got more riding dirty.
Right.
Oh boy. Thank you for coming on this guy. Do you know any of these people?
I do. I'm assuming Lauren over here is your wife.
Yeah. And I apologize in advance. I always do. Two things I say are my train derails. Wife is crazier than I am.
My wife's name is Lauren too. So
you're MIA, Mia.
Yeah.
I live in the MIA. Our wives are Lauren. This was kismet.
And we just need to go to Sedona and ride now. Bring Mark with us.
Let's do it. So again, let's back up. When you fell riding
rock climbing.
Rock climbing.
Yeah.
And then so you said, let's do something safer like mountain biking.
Yeah. Well, my wife wasn't aware of the fact that I wanted to do extreme mountain biking, not just the little trails that we do
just
over here.
Go through the grass and.
Because she's a really good mountain biker. She's like a cross country mountain biker. She's got the endurance of a horse, I always say. Whereas I'm like hiking a bike.
I got no shame in it.
There's no shame. And then, we tried that. And then I started school and I just finished. So I didn't ride a lot the last 3 years. But during that time, I discovered riding in Sedona for the first time and really getting into the technical enduro aspect of riding. And that was just game over for me. I bought like an actual mountain bike because I had like a $500 hardtail at the time, like a giant hardtail. And then I finally got a full suspension and it was game over for me.
What are you riding?
I have a Revel Rascal.
Oh, there you go.
And I am building a Revel rail. I just ordered a Revel rail.
I guess she just jumps in.
School for what? I was in law school, Lauren.
Oh, wow. So are you a lawyer or you do law things?
I do law. I'm not a trial attorney. I did not take the bar exam, but I don't practice. I do environmental law, contracts, employment law. So I don't advise anyone. I work for an environmental firm and I process all the contracts and environmental stuff. So it's fun. I actually really like it. I didn't think I was going to like contract law. Everyone thinks it's so boring.
It's also you're doing environmental law, and you being a mountain biker, you're a big fan of the outdoors and the environment.
Yeah.
So it works well with you.
Yeah. Yes.
Mountain bike Sedona. I told you. Look at all that.
And then,
there you go. So you had the time off. And you weren't riding, and then you got back into it.
Yeah, I was at school, and I was working full time and going to law school, which was a lot. I didn't have a lot of time to do anything. But then I finished, and now I'm like, I wanted to do the Women's MTB Network in my second year of law school, like 2 years ago, and just couldn't do it because I thought I was going to take the bar exam at the time. And I started to do all of that, but I had like a full-on mental breakdown that I just was a lot. So I just said, screw it. I'm going to do the MTB Network and just do law on the side.
Yeah. So you fell in love with mountain biking. And how long have you been mountain biking for?
About 6 years.
Okay, that's good time because I think it's adorable and I love it. These people, COVID brought a lot of people into mountain biking.
Yeah.
A lot of people I've interviewed brought COVID. I've been riding. I just figured it out today. I've been riding for 24 years. And so as you say, you took some time off. I haven't ridden as much as I'd like to this year. Wife bought me a boat for my 50th birthday.
Oh, that's awesome. Where do you live again? I'm coming over.
Come on down. Anybody. There she is. She's such, this guy. If I ever see him and give him a man hug, I don't know if I'm going to be able to let go.
Well, it's funny because I knew I was interacting with Adam for a long time, and then I was at a bike park up here over the summer, and I just saw him walk in with his bike, and I was like, Adam. He's like, Mia. We just it's so like awesome. We knew each other, but we had never met each other until that day. It was awesome.
That's amazing. Okay, so you've been riding for 6 years. When did the Women's Mountain Bike Network did you wake up in the middle of the night and just, or was it something that you were planning on or thinking about?
Yeah. So after that trip to Sedona in like January of 2020, I couldn't find a mountain bike anywhere for me that was, one, a small, and two, no reviews from women on mountain bikes at all. Wow. And I got really frustrated with that because I know there are a lot of women who ride. And so I was trying to find like, hey, can anyone? And so no, and I guess it was COVID times too. There was no stores around here that had any small bikes, unless it was a Liv, which they're great. They're good bikes. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want like a woman specific bike. And I was just frustrated. And I talked to a lot of different women. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background.
I have too. You'll probably hear my wife screaming at him.
And yeah, so I ended up just demoing mediums and I fell in love with the Revel. I sat on it. The guys at Worldwide hooked me up. Jared, who's awesome, hooked me up with a bike, and I blindly picked a small because the medium was comfortable, but the reach was a little bit long.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, screw it. Someone needs to start doing something like this. And that's why I want this to be something from a woman's perspective, from different women, not just me, because my opinion is very different than other people's opinion. So what fits me, mountain bikes are so personal. They're so incredibly personal. Gosh.
Every little piece that you're touching, and
whether you're a beginner or you're a pro, it doesn't matter. Mountain bikes are very, very personal. So I think it's important for other people to have an opinion on what works for them and why. Like ask, well, why did you do this? Why did you change that component? Why did you get that bike? That's really important because I don't think women have that. So from a woman's perspective, I think there's very few women that do that.
So, thanks a lot, Josh, for coming on late. You missed all the good stuff. Now it's all just going to be boring.
Chicken standings. I love it.
We're doing good. Thank you very much. Josh is a great kid. You started the Women's Mountain Bike Network because there was nothing. Was that frustrating to look at, because you're like, wait a minute, this isn't just a guy's sport. Like, why isn't anyone putting this out? I mean, add on to it. I'm all over the place.
No, you're good. No, it was frustrating because I couldn't find a lot of women to even connect with, to ask all these questions. And there's some really good resources out there of even just mountain bike festivals that I discovered after the fact. So like Rome Fest is a really big one. It's all women's mountain bike festival. It happens 3 times a year. And I went to my first one in Sedona in November and I loved it because they have all these bike companies that bring bikes for women to demo. They specifically bring their smalls and extra smalls for women to demo because you can't find it in a store.
Now are you
small? I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4".
Okay.
I'm not that small. I mean, I'm short, but I'm a little round right now. So I'm like,
I'm a lot round. Don't even worry. So But yeah, there, and when I first started this, and I had interviewed a female mountain biker, send her chick if you're out there.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I haven't seen anything from her for a while. I'm like, I got to text her or something. But I asked her, I'm like, this always seemed like the boys' club.
Mm-hmm.
And did you think that was fair? You were like, there's plenty of women, and it's growing.
It is. And I think COVID has played a huge part in that, which is awesome. But I think women have always been there. It's just we haven't seen it. For example, at Rome, the average age of the women who were there were 300 or so women. They were all between 47 and 55.
Wow.
And they had been ripping for years. So it's like watching them do like double blocks and jumping and all this stuff. And I'm like, where have you guys been all my life? You're my heroes, Dude, there was a woman there. She was 77 years old.
Shut the front door.
And she was ripping it. We were all just wanting to ride with her the whole time. It was so good.
Oh, that's crazy. Because I bring this up because I remember 24 years ago, or even not too long ago, you bring this up, that COVID. I don't think I ever saw a girl on a mountain bike on a trail. But now I go to trails and I see women with pickup trucks loading their squishies in the back, and I love it. I think it's such a great thing. It's a person sport.
Absolutely, 100%. You said it right. It's not a gendered sport. It's a person sport.
Oh, speaking about women and mountain biking, Josh wants to know the best tip to get a wife into mountain biking if she is interested.
Buy her a very expensive mountain bike.
I don't even have one of those yet.
I'm talking anything under 5,000 is inefficient. I'm just kidding.
No, we're talking bikes and stuff, and you talked about COVID. I still have a hardtail. Always rode a hardtail. And COVID came, my bike was just trashed. It was on its last leg. So I didn't know about the bikes. I'm a guy who keeps a bike for 10 years. If it works, keep using it. Good for you. So I went to the store, $12,300. There was nothing in between. So I ended up getting another Specialized. I have a hardtail. But
I'm going to tell you though, if you're going to go to Sedona,
you know what? Get what you want now.
You should. What are you going to get?
Well, the segment wants me to get a YT.
They're amazing bikes. YTs are great.
I've been looking at them. My best friend that rides, again with age, he's 65. He rides 3 times a week. He's retired. And I got on his, and he has a Jeff C. It's a few years older, and it felt good. It's nice. It's just a nice, I love the components on it.
Yep.
I will probably be putting something together because I'm going from 24 years of clipless.
Oh God.
I'm getting some flats.
Good for you.
And I'm scared. Don't be scared.
When you go to Sedona, you're going to need like a full suspension. You do not want to ride a hardtail in Sedona. Let me just put it to you that way.
I don't think I'll bring a bike. Do they rent demos? Do they have? Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to secure a bike before I get out there.
Go talk to James at Thunder Mountain Bike Shop, and he'll hook you up.
With Thunder who?
Thunder Mountain Bikes.
Thunder Mountain Bikes.
They have a lot of really great bikes, and you can even demo a Revel, either a Rascal or their Rail, whichever one suits your fancy.
Look, Manitoba. You won't regret it. I'm not going to regret it. Do you regret your bike?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not even for a second.
I don't know if you bought the bike. I know what you have, but I don't know if you like it.
I mean, I am having to convince my wife to let me get the second one.
Ooh, yeah. Can I have 4 more bikes? So you just you used to mountain climb or climb. You're a climber, rock climber. There's a difference. I've learned that. I really have. I learned that because we go to Jackson Hole every year. I just came back from being there on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And rock climbers, mountain climbers, rock climbers, And I met one and I said, so Everest is your holy grail, if you will. And he goes, no, you walk up that, you don't climb it.
It's a test of endurance, I think, for Everest, because it just sucks your oxygen.
Yeah, but it's just walking up though.
Yeah,
and it's difficult walking, but you're not. But you were hardcore into that. So when you went, you zoomed in on mountain biking, and it was like your thing now.
Yeah, I'm very athletic, and I used to play soccer a lot, so my ankles are shot. I can't do that anymore. So I had to do something that I could do, and I put all my love into it. And mountain biking for me is the release. It's like what a lot of people say. When I was stressed out and I had an exam coming up, I would just jump on my bike and ride for like 45 minutes, clear my head.
That's what it is for me. It's a lot of mental stuff for me. You zoom in.
Yeah.
You look in front of you, MTB and Moto Adventures. Thanks for the watch. Oh, let's take a pause.
Yes.
If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe.
Yes.
And then when we're done, go over to her channel. Like, see, look, this guy's he's still like, get over there, man.
Well, are you planning on going to the mountain mountain bike festival?
Yeah, I really am now. My wife and I have been talking about it, and she seems to be all for it. I told her there's a lot of great spas there.
There is. That's how we're convincing one of my friends to go. So there's a couple that we ride with, my wife and I ride with all the time. My buddy Kyle and his partner Kathy, she just got into mountain biking. She just got into it. She does it because Kyle does it, but she's really good at it. And so we're like, Kathy, Sedona is full of spas. She's like, okay, I'm ditching you guys. I'm not going to go mountain biking. I'm going to go to
I don't know if my wife's going to want to just stick around a festival while I ride.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're in.
Yep. There you go.
It's official now. It's recorded.
Yeah, you can't take it back. It's in writing. Okay.
So how's your community out there where you ride? How's the female community out there? The riding community.
There's a big club called Girls Gone Riding, and they try and get together every weekend. And if people can't do group rides, they'll connect and do solo rides. Mm-hmm. But I think there's some getting way bigger. I connected with Britt today, who's a woman out here who rides a lot in Simi Valley, does the hardcore stuff. And there's a lot of women in where Mark and Adam are in Southern California, in Orange County, that I've been meaning to go ride with as well. So there's women, we just need to like find each other and go riding together.
Guys, Mark, can she ride with you guys?
Oh, I'm part of the club. I'm going down there.
Oh, okay.
I'm riding with them.
Okay, gosh.
Although I don't have an e-bike, so I don't know if they would allow me in their club.
Oh, yeah. Well, you just give her a couple minutes, head start. So let's get to what we're really wanting to talk about here, because I'm just done with just you.
Of course. Let's talk about you.
No. Let's talk about this. When did this baby come to be?
That was around July of this year. I started wanting to build the website. It's very much a shell. I still need to fill it with a lot of things that I want. It's like the idea is huge, but the work is full time. And I unfortunately can't do that right now. So what I'm trying to focus on, me with my friend Becca, who's going to be helping me with a lot of this, is we want to first start doing bike checks for women and asking why. So like, why are you choosing this bike? You know, is it a money thing? Is it you like the components? Is it a size? Is it what you found? So I think that's really important to start with the why. And then the next thing we're going to really focus on is mechanics for women. Basic mountain bike mechanics. Sometimes women are afraid to ask questions at a shop. They don't want to look stupid. I mean, I think that happens with guys too, but
there really is a thing. Like, you want to know everything about a bike, and I'm horrible about I have no shame in my game taking my bike to the bike shop. I'm a great supporter of the bike shop.
Yeah.
Let them take care of it.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there at all.
I love this website. I mean, I think it's great for just dudes too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be, please, that's not my thing. You know, I'm not trying to exclude anyone at all. I'm just trying to give a space for women and people who identify as women to come and find a community as well. So I have a lot of, I have a section on coaches where women can find coaches across the country as well. So say you're in Arkansas, you go to the Arkansas page and you're like, oh, there's so and so and so. Maybe I'm going to get a lesson from this person. I want to start putting all the clubs on there. I've gotten a ton of emails in the last couple of weeks of clubs wanting to be added. So I'm going to do that. Events, we got to update that. It's been since October. I tried to put all the events that I could find online. So yeah, we've got.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at myself. I got this dumb look on my face with a smile. I really love this. I
love that you love it.
I think what you started, I don't want to steal your idea, but I think more people should start this in their communities.
Yeah, I think so too, because the more the merrier. The more resources we have for people, the more they're going to enjoy riding.
I can't get over my stupid smile. I just love this. I look like an idiot.
No, you don't. Oh, we're got a shop coming soon. I'm getting jerseys and stuff made. So
it's got that cool logo.
Yeah, it's got, I think I can show you what it's going to look like. Hold on, let's see if I can find that.
I like your logo.
Thank you. I have them in quite a few different colors too. So
who did your logo?
My cousin, who's a graphic artist. She's an amazing artist. Yeah.
I don't know anyone on this comment section that knows how to do logos.
I can hook you up with her. She's amazing. She's done all the things. Yeah, I know. You're kidding.
I just have. I've been hedging. How many different logos have you gone through? I mean, this is just for me. Everyone else can just tune out right now. I went through one. This is the one I went through, and somebody was doing me a favor.
I mean, I like your logo,
and I feel like it's there.
It's great. I love your logo. What are you
talking
about?
I don't know. I feel like it needs to pop more.
No, I think your logo is great. I really do.
Can you pop up? What do you?
I don't know if I can pop. I don't know if I can share my screen to show you.
Yes.
I could probably. Can I share my screen? If I do present, would that work?
Shift S.
Shift S.
Josh. Look, Lauren's going. You get out there, buddy. He's a fireman. But again, let's get back to this. You have how did you have like a mission statement, if you will, for what you wanted to create? Or is this something that just kind of snowballs as it goes when you first started this?
At first, it was like a snowballing thing. I want to do this and this and this and this and this. And so it narrowed down to it's a resources page. So it's a resources page for women who want to find bikes, gear, components. And so I have a lot of bikes that I've done bike checks on that I just literally have to upload them. Like the ones you're seeing there, the Rascal, the Rail, the Tall Boy, like I have those already done. It's just got to put them on there. Well, and now I have a bunch of women who are up for doing bike checks. And if let's do your bike check, interview them. Why did you pick this bike? You know, because I see that a lot for women. It's especially with clothes. Clothes, again, is so personal. But for women, our bodies are so different. It's hard to find clothes.
I've interviewed a few female mountain bikers so far, and I always ask them, what's the clothing like? Because you guys do have, you like it a little bit.
It's not just up top.
A little bit tighter in the waist sometimes, and
and for hips, like I'm Latina, I got some hips and a badonkadonk. So I need something that's gonna help put that together, know. So but I was talking to Lindsay Reichter a couple weeks ago. She's the founder of Ladies All Ride. She's been in the industry for years. Like she's a freaking amazing. I love Lindsay. She was telling me that 20 years ago she was doing a photo shoot with a pro mountain biker for Fox, and we're talking about clothing for women. And she said that back then there was no clothing for women, and this is just 20 years ago. It's 2002, right? They made a skirt for women. Do you know what that is?
It's like when you play tennis in. It's like a skirt with a short. Yeah, I only wear those on the weekends.
Yeah, so they made a skirt short for women
to ride biking. Oh, come on, that's so gender. What do you call that?
It's offensive, really, and it brought me back.
Well, you guys are gonna ride bikes. You should probably wear a skirt.
It's reminded me of League of Their Own when the ladies are playing baseball and they have to wear skirts.
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh.
Thankfully, they don't do that anymore.
So now back to here. We're like, when you first started this website, did you just have like bikes? And then you're like, well, maybe you should add, was it like a tiered growth of this website, or?
I've had that shell of everything since I launched it. So I had already in mind everything I wanted to do. And there's things that aren't all filled in, mainly because I'm waiting to get more information to add. So like this tip, tricks, and advice. You know, I'm going to get some stuff from Jess, Hannah. She's going to help me fill this page in. But then there's also, I want to put in here the little 30-second mechanic videos that I want to do for people. But Coach Roxy, who's overseas, she has amazing 15, 20-second tips on mountain biking. You know, the women in the mountains, like just the lingo, that first one I have, mountain bike lingo, we got a lot of good feedback on that, because some people don't know what sag is. You don't know what getting fitted means, like there's all these different things that
I feel like I got to start a men's. There's been a lot of, we got a 404, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let me fix that, people.
Tech Tuesday. Hold on, let me put my email address and sign up.
Stand by.
Standing by, fixing. I think this is why this makes me so happy is, again, this could be for men. This could be a page for kids that are starting to ride, that are getting real into like, okay, I got my first mountain bike and I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know lingo. I just know how to ride a bike.
Well, sometimes you don't need to know all this stuff. The important thing is you're having a good time. The important thing is you jump on your bike and you ride. Like, who cares how you ride?
Wait a minute. What is this all about? You could hook up with coaches in different parts of the country?
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to fill. So if you go, California is coming soon because there's a lot. So if you click on like even, I don't know, Arkansas, the top one, or Arizona, I guess, is the top one.
I'll need that one.
You'll find coaches in Sedona. And then you can contact them directly from that website.
And now these people are okay with you putting their names up?
I contact everyone before I do it. I don't do anything without people's permissions because I know better.
You're just making me giddy.
I work in the legal world. I know to do things.
This is a fascinating, fun resource. How has have you been getting a lot of input? Have you been getting a lot of feedback? Have you been getting a lot?
I mean, I want feedback. I haven't been getting a ton. I ask for it all the time. Like at Rome, I ran into so many ladies and I was saying, give me feedback. What is something you guys want? I have an idea of what women want, but I'd love constructive criticism, good or bad, because this is for our community. This is not for just me. I want other people to get something out of this. Whether it helps 2, 3, 10 people, I don't care. But as long as it helps someone, I know it sounds cheesy, but that's legitimately my point. That's what I want to do.
If you help one person, you've done your.
Yeah.
I've perused this because this is what I'm supposed to do before I interview somebody. But the more I do it, you've put a lot of time and energy in this.
I have, but that's not what I want. There's still so much that I want to create, and I want to link other people's YouTube videos to this. So I have to link, I have about 5 different women who okayed for me to link their YouTube to this page so that if people want a variety, they can go directly to that, you know? I think that's really important to highlight other women writers. That's really important.
I find it fascinating what you're doing. I think with more women getting into this sport.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I had your sticker or something just to.
I'll send them to you. I have stickers.
Just to slap them all over the trails down here to let women know you have somebody, you know, there's a place for you, especially if you're getting, I mean, a lot of these people down here, you know, they may have been biking for a while, but I mean, the clothing.
Yeah. The clothing, we did a little podcast about that, and we're going to do a second one because we were able to try different clothing as well. Like I just bought a pair of clothes that I hadn't tried yet from a company called Wild Rye.
There it is. Wild.
Yeah. And they fit me perfect. It's very true to size. Some of them aren't, like Darkos are not. Darkos don't really fit women, even if you're skinny. I've heard that if you're even like a size 8, you have a hard time fitting into their pants. But I mean, that's just their target, you know, it's okay. It's just good for women to know like what they want to
because again,
spend money on.
Again, I've asked this before, like you can't just go buy a men's, I mean, you can, but it's not going to feel comfortable on you.
No, I mean, I wear a lot of unisex shirts and jerseys and stuff like that. And I prefer that over women's, honestly, but there are women who want women specific clothing, you know? So
and there are probably some women that ride that would like to have a feminine look to them.
Yeah, 100%. And they should be allowed to do that. You know, they should be allowed to coordinate with whatever they want. So yeah,
I'm falling behind here. I'm sorry.
Why? Don't be sorry.
Sister's in here. She's a woman.
What's up, Tara?
The coaching link is dope. I really think that's neat that you like. Have you done any coaching or have you been coached?
Yeah, I have been coached. Molly Joyce, who was on the Arizona page, she teaches as the Sedona Mountain Bike Academy, but she also works at Specialized. She was amazing. She taught me things that I didn't know was possible. And no joke, within like 45 minutes, improved my riding tremendously. I felt way more confident than I had on the bike, teaching me basic physics, you know, like how to position your feet. Don't put your butt all the way back, you know, like properly stay centered on the bike. Keep your chin on the bar stem. So yeah, these are the amazing crew over at Sedona Mountain Bike Academy.
You know, I've been riding for so long. I don't know if I could suck it up and get drops are my thing. I can't do them. I
think it doesn't hurt. I always tell people, whether you're a beginner or a pro, I think you could always benefit from a lesson with a coach because they're going to work exactly on what you want. So if you want to learn drops, Sedona is like the perfect place for it.
Yeah, like because down here, it's funny.
Oh no, did we lose him? Oh no.
Oh,
I was like, did I lose you?
Oh, I clicked. I see. I'm doing all this, keeping track of your website here, and I clicked back on me.
Oh, no worries.
Live stream, fun with live streaming. There's no mountains, there's no big drops here, but they have started creating stuff like that, and I'm okay with 2-3 feet. And laugh all you want, folks.
No, but here's. You know what? Don't even worry about that. I went to the Sedona Bike Park and I finally cleared this tiny little like jump, and it was the best day of my life. And my wife looked back at me and she goes, "Are you okay? I've never heard that sound come out of you before."
It's the little.
It's satisfying.
It's those little goals or just the little things that you conquer while mountain biking makes you so happy, or anything in life. You just, again, 2-3 feet, I'm fine. Anything over, I actually try to do, I was like 5 or 6. I don't want to tell my wife this. they have a little a drop
Yeah.
section. There's and I tried. Oh, thank God my balance was okay, but I almost went OTB, and it was.
When was this?
Actually, this is here, just 8 miles from my house.
Okay.
But I did it, and just I almost went over somehow. I guess my fat body just pushed me back, and I landed okay. But
I think you're better than you think, but you're just scared. Which is a normal reaction.
But I had to pause. I had to take a moment. Look at us both doing that.
Yeah, I know.
You got tons of hair. I'm jealous. Look, you got my wife one. You're the only person I can't get her to ride.
Well, maybe we'll get her on the bike in Sedona. I'm going to the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival, so we're all gonna have to go to the.
Wait a minute, you just decided now?
I've been wanting to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why not?
I don't think we're gonna get riding it. I think we're all just a bunch of podcasters. YouTubers are gonna sit around and yap and have nice fresh.
We should interview each other on the trail with our bikes. Bring a drink.
Nick and Katie right here. Katie, her progression. You got to check this channel out.
Yes.
Do you know Nick and Katie?
Let's get Katie on here to do a bike check.
Just an incredible rider. Her progression, her learning the bike and going on. You got to check out Nick and Katie, their page on the YouTubes.
Katie, what's your Instagram, or do you know?
It's MTB Katie MTB. I don't. Where's my phone?
I'm gonna find her.
I don't know where my phone is.
Oh, where's your phone?
She's like, that would be awesome. Hold on, everybody. Let's take a pause. Spammer.
Oh God. Come on. Please.
How does that happen?
I had something happen on my Instagram today. It said, looks like you've been hacked. We need to verify your Instagram account. And
probably
I was like,
you had my face on it, and they were just like, get that off of there.
Oh, there it is. Katie MTB. All right. I'm on it.
MTB. Boom.
On it.
So, but are you able to check the hits and the?
Yes, for the website.
Yeah, are you finding that people are finding you?
Yeah, I am. I used to do analytics back in the day. I'm a little bit of a data nerd.
Oh,
marketing and stuff. So I love doing that stuff. Actually, I'm a total dork. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Especially, I see a big jump when I post something and it links to it, which is really great.
Oh, that's great.
That's what that's the whole goal is, for people to kind of see the website and hope that it's useful, you know.
Women, especially Katie, if you're still watching, like there's like you could help out with it. Could people reach out to you like Katie?
100%. I want people to reach out. I want people to be involved in any capacity they want, whether they want to do a review, a blog, they want to come on the podcast, they want to show a trail they ridden. Is that the right word? I don't know.
Ridden. I think they both work. It's late, or it's 8 o'clock.
And I speak the Queen's English, so that's even more. Sorry, King now, I guess.
Okay. So if you are a female woman, reach out. I mean, I'm not just talking to people who are commenting now, but people usually watch later afterward. Reach out and yes. What's the best way to reach out to you? Through the Instagrams or through your web, this website contact right here? Either
one. So it's either DM me on Instagram or my email is simple. It's mia@womensmtbnetwork.com. Just send me an email and it'll come to me. And yeah, let's get you involved. I really, really would love people to be more involved in this. It would be amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Now, I know you reach out.
Your wife in there.
She doesn't ride. She hates me for taking her once. Lauren, tell her. Now, I love your laugh.
That's awesome.
So, wow, derailed. deep breath. What was your laughing? Just threw me off.
I'm sorry. You're making me laugh.
Well,
This
you
is
were
awesome.
teasing. You were teasing your little this. I'm going Johnny's thing. Um, you were talking about events and rides that are coming up.
Yes. Yes.
Do tell. Do tell.
So there's rides here in Southern California that's happening next weekend. There's one over in Orange County that the segment is involved with. That's going to be coming up. And there's also one up in, I'm trying to open it right now.
Is that the Fullerton Loop?
That's the one.
The one with this. I just want to pack up and move out with you guys. I'm a solo rider. Every now and then I have my buddy, but everyone that I ride with has moved.
Okay.
So I get out on my own, and it's fun. It's fun.
But that's a bummer, though, that you ride on your own.
Yeah, but again, it's a mental thing. Like, I love going out, and there is that part of riding alone that you don't have someone towing you into a feature, or it's so easy to go, well, I just don't feel like doing that one today.
Yeah.
You know, I'm alone. I don't want to hurt myself.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, don't ride alone in Sedona, please.
No.
I mean,
so do you and your wife ride together always?
For the most part, yeah.
She is as addicted to riding as you are?
She's not as addicted. She just rides differently than I do. She's a more cautious rider. There was a video I did a while back of me hitting this drop, and she rolled it. And it's just me going really fast, and she just rolled it. And it was like 5 minutes later, you just saw Lauren like having a great time on her bike. And I asked her, like, I was laughing, and she goes, "Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, "Because I think you're funny. You're going so slow." And she's like, "Hey, don't make fun of me, because I kick your ass going uphill." And she's right. She does kick my ass going uphill.
Where is that video? Is that on the? Is that on?
No, it's not on the. It's not on the. Not on the website. Oh, so the ride it's coming up December 11th, and it's the Ladies Ride Dirty over here in Simi Valley, California. And there's going to be shuttles too, which is amazing.
Oh,
you do not have to climb, which is awesome.
Because you don't have an e-bike.
No, not yet. I probably will get one eventually, but I don't have one yet.
Is your wife watching?
I don't think she is. She's at her parents' house right now.
Okay, good. So it's between you and us. This is great. I can't stand it.
I really appreciate it. I love your enthusiasm. I really do, because I'm usually the only one that geeks out over this. Me and Becca.
I was about to ask you about geeking out of that. Are you having a lot of fun with this? I mean, is this something that you like? Because I know you probably work very hard, and you're married as well. This is a lot of time. Just doing this is time consuming, and keeping up with the Instagram and stuff. Is it a lot of fun?
I love it. I really do. And I enjoy building the website and putting things together. It is a lot of work, but I do have help now. Becca's helping me do a lot of stuff, and kind of, she grounds me to the point where she helps me keep on track with the ideas, because I have so many ideas going that I want to do.
Yeah.
But she's really, really great. And one of the amazing things that's happened recently is that Revel Bikes just came on as a supporter of the network. So I'm super stoked about that.
Oh, that's awesome.
I want to mention. I love the crew at Revel. They're so good. But also Mark and Adam are supporters of the network too, which is really amazing.
I'm gonna pedal back again to kids like Mark and Adam. And I say kids because I'm old enough to be all your dad to all you guys.
You're so not old, by the way.
And Josh Chicken Sendy's Run Bike Mike, I don't know. He probably left. I don't know if he's still there. The support.
Yeah.
It is fucking ridiculous. I'm a star in a galaxy of stars, and these guys everybody is so supportive.
But you're incredibly supportive too.
You know what I mean?
You're incredibly supportive too. Like, I mean, Mark and Adam, anytime I need something, I can just text them, and they're amazing. If I have a question, or if I need to troubleshoot something, or they're always there. It's really great. So And I know now I can bug you for stuff too. I'm just going to text
totally.
randomly.
I mean, these guys, other companies like Brett from Unspoken, and I just did Chris from Dirt Life, and it's just everybody that I've come in contact. Like today, somebody that I had interviewed that I haven't like DM'd or talked, we like each other's stuff and stuff. He was throwing out names of mountain bikers that would be great for the podcast that he knows, that have channels and stuff like that. And it's just, I'm so, and I'm learning this in life, is gratitude is everything.
100%.
And it's just, I'm so grateful. Do you feel that same way with what you're doing and how you're putting it out there and the reaction that you're getting?
Yeah, I do, because everyone that I've come across has been supportive or willing to share or willing to give advice anytime I ask. And I bug people. I'm one of those squeaky wheel type of people. And they've always helped me with stuff. Like they've always been supportive. Any woman that I've reached out to, big in the industry or not, has always been there. So I just want a lot more to participate if they want to. Some people don't want to be on camera or don't want to do videos. So, do a little, if you want to do a little write-up or, something like that. I get why some people are a little shy about it. So, which is okay. It's not for everyone.
Let's get to this.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to build a little YouTube page as well with all the podcasts, so people can subscribe.
I teased that with the podcaster yapping with a podcaster. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's Ash, who's the founder of Rome Fest, the biggest women's MTB festival in the world. She's absolutely amazing and wealth of knowledge and super fun.
Are you enjoying doing like that part of the podcast? I mean, I'm interviewing you because you're interesting. I'm not. That's why I decided to do this, because I'm not a very interesting mountain biker. I'm not shredding and doing crazy things.
But it doesn't matter. You don't have to shred to be an interesting human being, and that's the thing with these women. I wanted to highlight what they bring to the table, and it's not always just expertise of they're not pro riders. It's their contribution is important. So this is Becca, who helps me out a lot. She's now part of the family. She's part of the network.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a kick-ass rider. She's a wealth of knowledge. She knows a lot of people on the East Coast. Riding there is very differently than over here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it snows over there. It snows over there. We don't have that here. This is Jen Cates. She is an amazing coach, but she also does training specifically for mountain bikers, not just women, men, everyone.
Really?
So catered specifically for people who want to improve their riding.
Again, I think that talking about just men, women, again, I think your channel focuses on women. But I think men can definitely benefit from your channel.
I 100% agree. And this is Tina. She's a coach out of Colorado, and she runs an all ladies group out of Colorado, one of the biggest women's groups. She's really awesome. I like her a lot. She's building a huge ranch now out in Colorado. It's super exciting for that.
I'll get to my wife's question. Getting these people on, are these people that you've already known, or are you just throwing the bait out kind of like I've been doing, or
both? Some of them I've known, some of them I am fascinated, and I just hit them up on Instagram. I'm like, hey, do you want to come on board and be on the podcast? Because I think they're fascinating, and sometimes different perspectives is what we need out in the world.
Oh, here we go. This one, hold on. Oh. There's the pants and shorts for all types of mountain bikers.
Yeah.
I mean, you really hit everything. It's like you sat down one night and just had this epiphany. And it was like, clothing for women. Should we talk about gear? Should we?
And we're going to talk about gear. But that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand, or not that they don't understand, they don't know, is that this is a struggle for women. It's a struggle for women to find mountain biking clothes. It's a struggle for women to find bikes that are in their size. And sometimes it's a struggle for women to find someone who's willing to explain to them about a mountain bike. I had someone email me 2 weeks ago. She's brand new into riding, and she goes, I don't know, I went into a bike shop and I just wanted to know about beginner bikes, and they tried to sell me a $12,000 mountain bike. And I was like, did you tell them you were a beginner? And, she's like, yeah, they said they didn't have any beginner bikes, which could be the case. That could be the case.
Yeah, there could still be.
But educate the person, and say, oh, hey, this isn't it, but you can go here and you can look at that. That's what I want to bring to people. It's like there's another avenue where you can find a mountain bike. There's different shops that are willing to sit with you and explain all of that to you, because she doesn't want to go back into a mountain bike shop now because she had that one bad experience of a guy trying to mansplain something to her.
Yeah. That's kind of like taking your car to go get an oil change, and next thing you know, you've got a new engine.
There you go.
And that's with me too. I don't know anything about cars.
I know nothing about cars.
I love the bike check. I like the bike check. Let's talk about. Oh, I keep popping, but I keep forgetting to do that. There's so many buttons. I'm telling you, when you go live, there's so many buttons, Mia. That freak you out.
That's funny.
But the bike check.
So the bike check.
I love that. It's like, hey, let's talk about a bike, and let's talk about a bike, whether it's, fitting.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do, I don't know if that video has it. I know I did with the other ones where there's a timestamp for everything we're talking about. So it's easy for people if they want to find a dropper post or, something that I think it's in the show more section on YouTube. I have to find it. I know I did it with the other videos where it basically tells you what we talk about and at what point, so that.
I don't know. Katie, if you're still watching, bike check. Come on.
Yeah. So I did the bike check with Becca, and I did like the build, the frame, the components, the riding style, so that people can go straight to that depending on what they want to see. But Sarah, she's going to be doing a lot of good stuff with us too. She's a bike mechanic who's just expertise is amazing. She knows so much about bikes, and she built some amazing bikes. She's the reason why I have the Revel Rascal that I have.
The Revel.
I can't talk today.
I got to tell you're a pioneer. I mean, seriously, folks. But if you can clap your hands in the comment section, because you couldn't find any of this, so you created it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to handle this right now.
Is your wife in the same room as you right now?
No, she's downstairs. I'm in the office in my TikTok room here. Look at this. I got a Peloton and some Amazon lighting. You got look at you. Who's the musician? My wife asked it.
Me.
Stop it.
I play like five different.
It don't look bad.
I've got my drums and my guitars, and I've got a ukulele and other stuff up here.
You're making us all look bad.
I don't know what to tell you.
Environmental law, podcaster, pioneer of women's mountain biking, musician.
You're making me blush. I do juggle.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's just going to take over. She's a podcaster. She's fine on her own. Take care. Oh, you're amazing. I love it.
You're amazing. I'm going to blush right now.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
That's my favorite.
Okay, we did the bike check. We did is this you?
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my little favorite sections. The GoPro effect doesn't do anything.
We're at 360 on this one. The resolution.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Look at you. Is that the bell? Do you got a bell?
Yeah, but I turned it off. I took it off now. I hate that bell. My wife is really big on the bell, so she can use the bell.
Yeah, I guess you guys out there really new because you share.
Yeah, and not only that, there's a ton of riders. There's a lot of new riders, COVID riders, who don't really know the etiquette on the trail, and it's a little frustrating.
Real quick, thank you for your support. Love having you on here. Let's get you on here soon.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And I'll tune into that one and ask them questions.
Oh, it's like an inception of podcasting. Oh my gosh.
I love it. I love it.
You're great. So the riding the bells, you guys, you sharing the trails with hikers. Do you run into a lot of hikers out there? Or?
Depends on the trail. It depends on the trail.
I can't remember. Where's there the place where is there? Because we talked about this before we started. Was is it your left arm that's all inked, or your right?
My left.
Okay.
It's together. Not fully inked.
Look at us together. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. What was it? Chesborough? How do you pronounce it? Chesborough. Chesborough.
Chesborough. Yeah. I could never pronounce it either. My office is actually right across from where Chesborough is.
Oh, wow.
But I don't go into the office. I work from home, which is amazing.
Good for you.
My boss is awesome. Yeah. So Chesborough, it's a lot of fun out there, but there's a bit of climbing.
There was another one. Somebody told me they used to shoot MASH.
Yeah, so that's Malibu Creek.
Okay, I'd ride out there. It wasn't a difficult ride, at least when I was there. Yeah, I've been there. And then there was another one that was just such a huge climb to get up top. When you get up top, there were towers.
I think you're probably thinking around in the valley in Tarzana. There's something. There's also Stony Peak in Simi Valley. That's a big climb to get up to the top.
Yeah, I did Los Angeles or California. Trail Pimp.
Yeah.
He said he was going to come on. He said it. He says he loves you.
Love that ink. I love it.
Love it. But nobody likes mine. Mine's I got
elephants.
I got a dog. People say it looks like something else.
It does look like something else.
It's too big to be that.
That's what she said.
Yeah, we're all just logged on. Hold on. No, he said he's a big fan of yours. Do you know Mr. Trail Pimp?
I do. He's awesome. He was watching when I did the podcast with Mark.
Oh, okay. That Mark kid.
How about watch out for that one. You gotta watch out for that one.
I gotta go back and watch that. He had me on his. What did he do to you? Just talk?
Yeah, we just talked. We hung out. We talked bikes. We talked about the network. We just had a great time. He convinced me to buy an e-bike. All the good things.
Now, see what he did with me, and this is just us chatting. This is what I like about a podcast. We can just talk.
Yep.
I had him on my podcast. Fantastic human being. And then we got to chatting, we texting each other, and he goes, "Would you like to do one with me?" And I'm like, nobody wants to listen to me. So I went on there, and I guess he knew that no one wanted to hear from me. So he all of a sudden said, "Okay, I'm going to bring on," I don't know how many, there's probably about 8 different mountain bike YouTubers, Instagram. You have 30 seconds to interview them. And all of a sudden, these people just start popping up. And I'm like, luckily, I knew like all of them except for one. I'm sorry to the one I didn't know. But when you put me on the spot, I got scared. I didn't know what to do. Had that uncaged Joey Yates there.
Oh, God. Oh. Well, those people are awesome. I don't think I watched that one. I have to go back.
And here comes the questions. Enough of us talking. Here comes questions.
Hit me.
Do you enjoy this side or the interviews?
I mean, this is the second time I've ever done this, and I love it. It's been fun. I love asking people questions too, though. I love asking why, the fun things that they like to do.
Yeah.
And I just love talking to people. So for me, it doesn't matter. That, like you said, it's the fun thing with podcasts, right? You can just have a conversation with someone and it leads to what it leads to. It's amazing. I love it.
I love it because I do this for a living, and I love meeting people and getting to know people. And through this community, I feel like almost anywhere in the country right now, not anywhere, but Pennsylvania, Jersey, Michigan, Arizona, California. I feel like wherever I go, I have somebody maybe I could ride with.
Yeah.
It's the connections.
Yeah.
It's, oh man, look, bike parks coming soon.
Yeah, see, that's another thing I really want to develop is like reviews of bike parks that women have gone to. And that photo right there is Kelly O Bikes. She's amazing. She rides down in Laguna as well in Southern California.
Which one was Kelly O?
The one on my website that you were just on, the photos that are on there, that's her in the bike parks and up top. Those are both her.
Oh, really?
Riding, yeah.
Who created this? Is just for me. You created all this?
Yeah, I did the website. It's all me.
All the pictures?
All of it. I mean, people send me the photos. I asked them to send me the photos, and then I just created it I just put the website together.
I'm getting really upset with my life.
Why?
I feel like I need to do more.
You're amazing. You're doing a lot. Are you kidding? You have all of us on.
I wasn't fishing.
I know you weren't.
Group ride. What else do you want? What do you want? What are your aspirations? What are some more things that you think you might need or want with this website? I'm sure you probably want more content.
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
more contribution from women all over the country.
All over the world, really. I mean, I have a lot that I'm putting up. This weekend is my weekend to do some work on the website. So I'm going to add a lot of content. But I would love more input from different women. That would be amazing. Even if they have a club that they want to put on there for women to find, because it's so hard to find clubs even,
Yeah.
Group rides, when they're doing group rides, like put it on there. Let's see what's going on. And it's kind of this downtime now because it's winter. Not a lot of people are riding. So I'm hoping that I can connect with people now when it's like the downtime and we can really get some stuff up on the site.
Let's say hi to MTB Nick 316. What's going on?
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Laguna has a lot of cool trails.
Yeah, it does. I haven't ridden there yet. I've been meaning to go. I was supposed to meet up with Mark and the crew. I got bronchitis. I couldn't make it down there. So
Trail Pimp met you at the Summit Bike Park.
Met Kelly. Yeah, Kelly's awesome. She's an amazing rider too. Progressed so well.
I was just looking and reading. You mentioned winter and people stopping. Summer is when I stop.
Are you serious? Is it because it gets too hot for you?
Oh, it was 80 some degrees today and it's December. It's December like soon.
Wow.
It's people do it. And I watch some mountain bike YouTubers down here and they go early in the morning and they're just soaked. And this doesn't do heat very well. I'm not a small human being.
But it's also the humidity in Florida. It's not great.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
Yeah.
It's like breathing underwater. And when you're here, if you stop pedaling, you're not riding. You can't ride. There's no go up and then just downhill. It's a constant. Yep. So yes, summer months are bad for me. And I'm glad my wife got me a boat.
There is, that's the idea right there.
Wife, anytime you vacay.
I haven't been to Florida in a minute. I think I was there when I was 15. It's been a while.
My wife says, what's winter? So train derails. I warned you. I probably should have warned you before you even said yes to doing this.
I love it. Train derails. That's so good.
It's coming. It's coming. Call to all women again. You don't care who. And can they just send you this material for you to review, or you're just like, hey, it's material?
Well, if someone wants to send me something to review, that's awesome. But if they want to send a review that they did, they can just send it to me and we'll find a spot for it.
Oh yeah, not even just like a review, like sends you video of a bike check or some components or a trail or something like that that they rode, and it's from a female perspective.
Yep. I will put it up.
Meaning, like you have to review it before you put it up.
I'll look at it for sure, just to make sure there's nothing explicit or anything on there. I want it to be friendly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not like because there's some people that curse a lot.
I am unfortunately one of those people.
No, I do. Oh gosh, it takes me everything not to on this channel, but I find that cursing on riding videos,
yes,
it's kind of a put off. If you look at like your BX, your sets, your single track, your BC POVs, the big ones,
yeah,
or any of these guys on here, Josh, Chicken Sandy's, Run Bike Mike. You got to keep it kind of clean, and it's kind of off-putting when you hear somebody going beep beep.
Yeah, when you hear the multiple beeps, I'm like, I'm not even watching it at this point. It is a little off-putting. Yeah, but each to their own. You know, some people are okay with that.
But you don't want that on your website, is what I'm saying. You don't. No, so if you send something to you, keep it clean, or
yeah, because I want it to be friendly for kids to be able to watch it too. You know, it doesn't. I would hate to get an angry letter from a parent.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I try to keep my language somewhat decent here. I don't think I've cursed this whole time.
I don't think I have either. I'm sure Lauren would tell us.
Lauren, I think we're good. Or you're Lauren when she watches it later. That is so. This was meant to be.
I agree. We definitely need to hang out in Sedona.
So clinics. Oh, I keep forgetting to hit. Hold on, I'm so bad at this.
Well, all that's going to get updated though, so don't stress about it. All the clinics and stuff, because now it's the winter time, so we're not going to have a lot of things.
And you can't. And your cousin made this women's mountain bike background.
She made that background for me. Yeah, she made the background and she did the logo, and she did other stuff for me too. So I did a logo that's kind of like this as well, that has spells out like Women's MTB Network.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
And it's in different colors. So like I have another sticker that's like the blue logo. And have you seen this one?
Mountain biking sucks. Don't try it. Don't try it. Stay at home. Just let me do the trail myself. This is just freaking fascinating. I am so in awe of what you do and what you're doing for a community. I'm actually starting to get upset with you about this.
Don't be upset.
Because you're so much more.
I'm going to send you some stickers. I'm sending you some stickers.
No, I don't. I don't. You can't put food on the table for the family.
Well, I'm not making anything from this now. Like this is purely out of love. I would love to, but right now I'm not doing that. So
hold on. I just wanted to highlight this.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to zoom in. Mia at womenmtbnetwork.com, folks. Right. If you want to, you're on your own now. I'm just really going through this. Just keep doing what you do. You talk.
I feel bad because I don't have a lot. Like it's still somewhat of a shell for everything. So it's
this is a shell.
There isn't a ton yet. We're still building content, but I love that you having me on here and you're giving me a platform to talk about it. This is amazing. I hope it reaches some people that
have you seen my little YouTube page here?
Are you kidding? You've got a lot of followers on YouTube.
I'm kidding. You know what? I joke about it. I have on the YouTube, I forget what it is, 182.
See?
That's more than zero.
It's more than I got 24 friends.
And I'm looking, I'm learning. I'm going through a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm learning to focus on the positive side of life now.
There you go.
I'm going through a thing and I was joking with somebody. I was like, oh my God, that's more than I had when I started.
Exactly.
And what I'm doing is I feel is so much fun, and it's not about the views. I mean, for you, I hope it gets lots of views because I want you to succeed. But for me, this is just a passion project. Leading me to, is that how you feel about all this?
Yeah, that to me is a passion project. And it's like I've said, I know it sounds cheesy, but if I can help one person, woman or man, child, whoever, to find something useful out of mountain biking, that's my job is done.
Gosh darn it. And and I don't know if Mark talked to you about this. Mark he's kind of my mentor. I don't know if he's been somewhat for you or
Mark's
has
amazing.
encouraged you.
Absolutely.
I reached out to him, and at one point I told him, I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this. And he goes,
Wow.
are you having fun with it? And I said, well, yeah. And he goes, you have a job, right? And I said, yeah. And he goes, then keep doing it.
There you go.
You know?
100%.
And that's
And how do you feel?
I met you, gosh darn it, a pioneer. I met a pioneer, ladies and gentlemen. She is a movement. You're on Spotify and Apple Podcast?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll talk about this afterward.
For sure. I'm not super active on Facebook. I don't usually use Facebook that much, but everything I post on Instagram goes to Facebook. So
I almost feel like if you're 70 or something, you're on Facebook. I don't mean that in a bad way, but like really, like you're not reaching an audience really with Facebook anymore.
No, and this thing moves so quickly, you know. You've got 5 nieces who should see this. I agree.
Oh,
how old are your nieces? Let's get them on mountain bikes.
We got 17. Oh, don't put me on the spot. I'm bad with birthdays.
That's okay. That's all right. I got my goddaughter is almost 4, and we're trying to get her on a bike. She loves it. She's super sporty. And I have 3 nieces in Australia who
I need you to get my wife on a mountain bike. I am not gonna bore you anymore with my questions because I'm a horrible person.
You're not. You're absolutely amazing. Are you kidding?
Wasn't fishing, just kidding.
No, I know. But whether you're kidding or not, I think you're amazing, and I appreciate you giving me the platform to
No, I appreciate you giving me your time. Coach Roxy.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you go to Coach Roxy, she's got such amazing videos on YouTube. It's literally she has like 30-second videos that helps you improve your writing. It's like the coolest thing.
How to phrase this? It's not even phrasing it. You've already said it. There was nothing there for you guys.
Not like this. And I looked, trust me, and I asked a bunch of other women, and everyone was like, this is great. You should do it. And I'm like, yes, and you need to be involved. So I try to get everyone involved.
And to do this, you're a doer, and you saw not a market, a niche or a need for something, and you went for it. How about the women in your community that ride with you?
They love it. And
I was going to say, do they find it as somewhat helpful? And
I think they do. And I'm trying to get more of them involved in it. But, it's tough because a lot of people work, and a lot of people, like one of my best friends who I ride with a lot, she's in nursing school, and she did a couple things for us. And yesterday, I think I was texting her, and I'm like, dude, do you want to help? Let's go ride. Let's do this. And she's like, I'm in school, man. I can't do, she works full time, and it's a lot. So that's why I think the winter is going to be great, because we'll have time to just go do bike checks, just go to the side of this beautiful hill and talk about someone's bike.
What about you?
What about me?
Well, you putting all this together, or are we going to see a video of you doing a bike check?
Yeah.
You doing maybe a how-to? Do you see your YouTube growing with more you just than just podcasts, or even your webpage throwing videos of me? I want to see Mia.
I appreciate that. I did do a bike check of my bike when I was in Sedona that I've been meaning to edit for a while, because I think my bike is spectacular. I'm not biased at all. But my bike is awesome, and it's custom. Like, I pretty much built it. It's somewhat custom. And so Yeah, I am doing a bike check for that, but I'm going to go where people want to see things too. So whatever kind of, I have a video for Rome that I want to put out so that women can know about that festival. When we go to the Sedona Mountain Bike Fest, we're going to do a video there. It's going to be amazing.
Don't you dare put me in it. If I see you, don't you aim that camera towards me.
I'll blur your face. How about that?
We'll put you down. Ace Bike Media, late to the party. Hey, better late than never.
Absolutely.
Thank
You're
you.
here.
Oh, sorry. It's pouring out. It distracted me. I'm like, squirrel.
Send some of that rain out this way. We're too dry here in California.
That's right. Yeah, you guys celebrate rain. I remember living out there for, like I said, a minute, and it would drizzle, and it was like storm 1990, whatever, where I was when I was living there. It was just like they would like break into regular scheduled programming because there was a little bit of moisture on there.
Well, and they can't drive either. People just can't drive in the rain here. It's the most bizarre thing. I just realized this was a little low. Yeah, it's the most bizarre thing ever.
There we go. So yeah, Trail Pimp rides in the morning. Bike check, please. If you'd like the bike check.
All right, I'm gonna do a bike check. I'm gonna put it up this weekend.
Really?
My Ruffle Rascal will probably go up this weekend.
See what we did here? Not that you're not doing enough. Let's get you editing.
I mean, it's pretty much done. I'm one of those perfectionists that if I keep looking at it, I just keep messing with it. So I just need to like finalize it, just final cut it.
This is what I like about this.
I agree.
The live, because again, and I don't know if you know this, I'm a professional videographer and editor. And so it's
game changer. So
I don't want to come home and edit. And my first, however many I've done before these lives, I would sit here and just edit and just constantly look. And I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore.
I think you're going to regret telling me that because now I'm going to text you all the time.
Which is, well, you got Final Cut.
I just got it. I used to use iMovie, but I just bought like a new computer that allows me to do all this awesome stuff. So Final Cut Pro is what I'm trying to start using. So
I use Final Cut, which is funny. We just probably lost every viewer. We're geeking out now. We're like podcaster geeking stuff. Mia, I don't want to keep you from your family, even though you said your wife is gone. And you a dog?
Yeah, my husky, she's probably wanting some food right now.
Get her over here.
She doesn't listen to me. Are you kidding? Indiana.
What did you just call your dog?
Indiana. What?
Take care, everyone.
Why is your dog's name Indiana too? Is it really? Well, you know why we call our dog Indiana?
Why?
Because my wife's an archaeologist.
You know why my dog's name's Indiana?
Why?
Because we moved to Indiana Street.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Oh my God. Look at that cutie.
Oh,
Indiana.
Stay out, everybody, Indiana.
Oh, she's so cute. Look at her little paws.
Oh, we got a little ball. Now you messed up my glasses. Go to your mother.
Get her out there.
And our other dog's name is Jackson, after Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Oh, our dog's name was Dexter, our other husky. He passed a couple years ago.
Dexter? Really? Did she just say Dexter?
Yes.
I'm sorry, folks, if you're watching this. So if you just joined in.
Did you guys seriously have a dog named Dexter?
Bike Media, it is wild. Her name is Mia, M-I-A. I live in the 305 County Dade, MIA. Her wife's name's Lauren. My wife's name's Lauren. She has a dog named Indiana. I have a dog named Indiana. She had a dog named Dexter. My brother had a dog named Dexter.
Oh my God. It's like the coincidences. We're like
No, goosebumps.
Oh, I thought your elbow.
Oh no, it's not like an elbow. It's not COVID anymore.
Oh well, there's some.
What kind of dog was Dexter?
He was a husky too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had a very, very rare form of cancer. He was only 7 when he died.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the worst thing in the world.
He was my soulmate, man. He was my soulmate dog.
This dog was another dachshund, was Montego.
Montego, that's a cute name.
Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get
places.
That's pretty cool though. Montego, Indiana. Those are pretty cool.
Boston's on MTB coming to you live. Just joining in, and I'm just about, because she's got to feed her dog and get on with her life and not talk to this idiot anymore.
No, you've been amazing, John. And wait, do you go by John or Johnny?
Johnny with an I-E.
That's what I thought. I'm gonna spell it correctly now.
I-E. Yeah, my mom wanted me to be different, so she gave me the female version of Johnny.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I-E is a female, and I never thought there would be a girl named Johnny, and I actually worked with a Johnny.
No
a female
way.
Johnny, and her name was spelled with an I-E. Way too much information for anybody who's watching. I got to tell you, this has been a blast.
Absolutely. I loved it.
You are ridiculous. And I'm just, I can't stand it.
You're
like,
amazing.
no, really, like you have been so much fun.
Oh, likewise. Oh, hey, there's a group in Florida, just so you know, the Swamp Sisters. They're based out of Florida. Oh, crap. I thought I had.
I don't mean to. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. I didn't want to put it like, oh, her website's working great. Mountain biking, where are they? They've got to be up north.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Bomboyette. I've ridden Bomboyette. That's up north, kind of northwest near Tampa. You know who I should hook you up with, or I'll probably reach out to, or is a Florida rider. What's that girl? Oh, God, Maya Papaya.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have her on the podcast.
You are?
Yeah.
Heck, she's so incredible.
She's amazing. She's
an amazing rider, and she's just a fun person. Adorable as the day is long, and just sick. I mean,
and talented too.
That's what I was gonna say. I go up to I've ridden where she rides, and I said, maybe if I go up, I'll ride with you. Now I'm scared. And she'll be just shredding.
Johnny, that's how I feel with everyone that I ride with. I used to be so intimidated to ride with people because I just suck going uphill, but now I'm like, you guys can wait for me. I don't care.
Boston Don MTB. Check him out. He's another podcaster.
What's up, Boston Don?
I'm telling you, we're just popping out left and right as podcasters. But so anyway, boom. I'm gonna let you go, but I've got to tell you, this has been beyond fun with you, and I can't thank you enough. I'm not trying to get too sappy, but really, it's been a pleasure getting to know you through Mark and through our little texting, our little thread that we do.
It's awesome. I love it. And you
have a disturbingly awesome personality. It's infectious.
Likewise. That's why I think we get along so well. That's why we have so much in common. I think we get along so well. We have to go riding together. And
with what you're doing, I take my hat off, but I don't want anyone to see my head. Hats off to you. It's just more sunshine up. What you're doing is great. If I can do anything, I'll do everything in my power to get more women towards your website and to helping you create more with this. And I'm getting too serious.
No, you're not.
I'm grateful for you. Again, I'm learning the gratefulness stuff, and I can't thank you enough. What can we look? You're breaking me, girl. What can we look forward to next with Mia and the Women's Mountain Biking Network?
We're gonna have bike checks, and we're also gonna start doing some mechanics stuff up on there. And we're gonna do some lightheaded content. Like Becca and I have some really good ideas for some funny lightheaded content because not everything is serious in life. I think we need to do something called one of the ideas that we have was what are you wearing? So you're at the trailhead. What are you wearing today? What do you have? Something kind of like lighthearted. Who are you riding? Kind of like a red carpet. Who are you riding?
Oh, that's fun. When you keep moving, I'm gonna move.
I think it's because my desk is like moving. I keep thinking the camera is going up and down.
So, folks, Women's Mountain Biking Network. I do not believe that it's just for women. I know you created it for women, but I think there's a lot of great resources for men as well.
I agree.
And we have just witnessed a pioneer in mountain biking. I can put this in my back pocket one day.
You're too kind.
When they build a monument. Stop it. There's going to be a monument. I've got this in my back pocket. I've got this video to prove that I met you when.
You're awesome.
Mia, thank you so much. There's going to be, oh my
links.
Gosh, there's been 27, I don't know how many episodes. I still can't do it. I'm trying. There it is. Go to the left. Oh my gosh, ladies. See?
Like this?
I'm not the only one.
Or like this.
She is a legend. Holy cow. Of course, my wife like this.
Are we doing this?
No, but right here, over in this section.
Oh, over here?
Well, no, go the other way. You kind of go straight down. You do this, and then I'm going to do this. Links to her stuff right here.
That was hilarious. We need to take a screenshot of that.
Ridiculous. I'm gonna have to play this for a little thing tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. This has been a blast.
Yeah, I loved it. Thank you. And we're riding in Sedona.
Mark, he's gone. He's got still there. We're riding. Thank you so much. I'll let you go. Folks, like and subscribe down here. It keeps me wanting to do it. Really, it doesn't. I like doing it anyway. Like and subscribe her stuff. And if you can, go get your bike sturdy.
There you go. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Take care.
See ya.